So today I want to talk to you about listening. This is a word that we've heard so many times in every conversation. If anybody's ever coached you or you've ever attended a training program, this is certainly something that would have come up, listening. And to me, listening is really what happens between the two ears rather than in the ears. It is really a cognitive and an emotive process. And I'll talk to you about the way I've understood listening and the way I try to apply listening in my work and in my relationships. To me, listening, when we listen to somebody, we listen in one of two ways. We either listen to understand or we listen to respond. And as simple as it sounds, somebody may jump and say, yeah, all right, listening to respond is about just responding. Listening to understand is really sitting back and taking everything in. And you're partly right, but there's a little more to it than that. And I think the real difference between listening to respond and listening to understand is in the fact that when I'm listening to respond, I've already got a preset question or a preset statement that I've got to ask. And regardless of what happens, I'm just going to say that. Let me give you an example. How many of you relate to this? You come home after a hard day at work, and when you leave office, you're in the car, you're getting back home, and you're kind of tuning yourself to what you're going to do when you get back home. And you're thinking about your child. You're thinking, all right, I hope he's done his assignment, his school assignment. I told him yesterday he's got to do it. I hope he's done it. And that's playing on your head. You're saying, all right, when I get home, I'm going to ask my child, has he done his school assignment or not? And you reach home, and your gun is already loaded. You know exactly what you want to ask your child. And you enter home and your child comes running to you and says, Mom, Dad, I had a great day in school and did this, I did that. And you're kind of ruffling his hair and, putting your bag down. And you're like, okay, yeah. And your child goes on saying, I came second in the race and I did this and I did that. You're saying, very good, very good. And the moment your child stops to take a small breath, you look at your child and say, okay, but did you do your school assignment? And that's when we kill it. Regardless of whatever our child has said to us, we've chosen to say just what we had prepared with. And imagine what's going to happen to that conversation from here on. So the difference between the two really is, in both listening to understand and listening to respond, you enter a conversation knowing exactly what you want to say. It's not bad. It's not bad to be prepared. But when you listen to respond, you enter a conversation knowing exactly what you want to say, and regardless of what happens, you say just that. Whereas when you listen to understand, you enter a conversation knowing exactly what you want to say, but depending on what happens in the conversation, you choose what you actually say. That really is listening to understand. So as you go about talking to your colleagues, talking to your talent, talking to key people in your life, I invite you to take a step back and see, if not in every situation, but at least in critical situations, crucial conversations, can you take a moment to listen to understand? Have a good day, everyone. Thank you.